What's good, everybody? Y'all back rocking with your boy. Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. Welcome to Conversationally Funny. I'm your boy Hood. This is my channel, and we rocking out. So today we're about to talk about this guy right here. His name is Deon Cole. He's a comedian, funny. He's on Drink Champs today. And I wanted to just kind of go into what is conversationally funny, how do you identify it, and what is the funny points in this video. We're going to talk about this real quick. Going to a conversation that he has describing a moment. I think this the one where he had a situation with Jay-Z or something. Well, let's get to it. And let's see if this guy's actually conversationally funny. Let me make sure I got this on fit. All right, let's go with the stream on a bitch ass. But welcome to the show. Like and subscribe. All that good shit. I got a mute going on.
I heard Cam.
Did he have the bass?
Yeah, that's what it's talking about. Yo, that shit happened to me before Blackish though. He did that same shit to
In the
me.
airport?
Lawrence Fishburne. No.
Okay.
I was in New York when I was walking Soho, not Soho, I think it was downtown area where I'm walking. And man, true shit. I was with Patrice O'Neal. Shout out to
Rest in peace.
Patrice O'Neal. There was this Boston Comedy Festival that they had right up in New York, or whatever. Yeah. It was called Boston Comedy Festival, but it was in New York, or whatever. We walking down the street, going to this bar, and I was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. And I went down these steps into this jazz area, saw Lawrence Fishburne with some dude. They was chilling, and I was like, oh my God, they go Lawrence Fishburne. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, let me go say what's up to him.
All right, this is a good point to stop it at, because everybody's gonna go through this. If you see a celebrity, if you see me, you might want to talk to me and laugh and hang out, be like, that's dude from Conversationally Funny. What the fuck's up? But if I got $1 million, I might be like, hey, get your goofy ass away from me, man. You see me over here chilling? Get the fuck away from me. Celebrities be weird when you meet them in real life, and this is kind of like a conversation about that. So let's get back through the video.
I walked out and I was like, man, Larry, you are amazing. He was like, hey, nigga, what the fuck you call me? I was like, what? He was like, who the fuck told you my name is Larry? I was like, it said on Cornbread earlier now, in the credits, like it said Larry. He was like, my name Lawrence, nigga, Lawrence. Don't ever call me Larry, you don't know me, motherfucker.
Whoa. Now I know that's funny, and you can see this video on the playback when you watch Drink Champs. That's Deon Cole on there, but that's funny to think that you could walk up on a celebrity the way you know him from TV, watching this. You don't know him personally, but then he flip on you. So a person like me, I have a very short fuse. So if he flipped on me, I'd have flipped back like, you bitch ass nigga. I'll slap the shit out you. What the fuck you talking to, boy? Man, come here. Stand up there, hoe ass nigga. But I'm different. He a comedian. He trying to work up in there and kiss white people ass. So he had to make it a little bit different for his response. But let's go to it. Or 3 it.
I was like, all right.
I just said, all right.
I went outside. Patrice was like, you all right? I was like, nah. I said, that nigga just went off on me.
What the fuck?
Larry. I said, that shit say Larry in the credits. I'm like, I ain't even know that nigga name was Lawrence. I was like, shit's crazy. He was like, he went off on you. I was like, yeah, dog. I just walked away. But later on, when I got on Blackish and he walked in the room, I was like, I should say something, but I didn't. I didn't say nothing until the last day of Blackish. The last day of Blackish. I said, you know, you cussed me out, right? And he was like, for what? I said, because I called you Larry. And he was like, sound like me.
What the fuck?
I said, but why'd you cuss me out, dog? Because, dog, it said Larry in the credits. He was like, 3 movies called me Larry. He was like, my name is Lawrence, though. He was like, I like the name Lawrence. When I got older, Lawrence is more mature. It's a more mature name than Larry. I want to be called Lawrence. That's my name, and that's how I want to call. And I said, dog, you know people love you, and they going to call you all kind of shit. I said, so you get mad when motherfuckers call you Morpheus? And he was like, nah, I let that slide. He was like, because I can't stop that. He said, I can't stop people from calling me Morpheus. He was like, I just let it slide. He was like, you call me Lawrence or Morpheus? And he was like, but other than that, that's it. I was like,
That nigga Lawrence Fishburne is funny as hell. The fact that he don't allow nobody to call him out his name, you better call me by the right name. And to be a celebrity, that's kind of hard because these people gonna call you all kind of shit. It's really what you answer to. That's what they tell you when you're young. It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. So I think that's funny and shit. But it's good that he got a little closure in that particular situation because you wouldn't know that the guy is gonna feel this way or say these things and shit. Like I said, sometimes having a little bit of understanding will help you out. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you still got to watch who the fuck you talking to because at the end of the day, I don't have to kiss your ass. I'm not a person working on the set with you. I'm just a regular ass person. So if you cross the line, bitch ass nigga, I'm crossing the line right with your ass. So that being said, you know, you can't expect to go work around the motherfuckers in the future, but who gives a fuck? That nigga ain't gonna expect to work with your ass either. See, the earth is filled with all kind of motherfuckers who you really ain't gonna know long term. Or hang out with twice or 3,000 times. It's filled with that. You probably ain't gonna never know Donald Trump. Probably never see him in your personal life ever. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen Michael Jackson in person. I've never seen Prince in person. Tupac, Biggie, like these people who I admire at extreme level. But I've never seen them in person. So if I saw him in person, do I run up to him and say, "Hey, Roger"? I know you like to be called Prince, but I know your real name, Roger. Like, you know, how personally do you think you gonna talk to these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike, why the fuck you do that to your face? Nigga, I'm looking at your nose. That shit look weird as fuck. Look, I got both photos. See, it's your first album to show. He be like, man, where the fuck this nigga come from? So it's that whole thing like that you be around people and you might think you know them or feel like you've seen them on TV 1,000 times, and then you like, oh, I know that nigga. Hey, what's up, boy? And he be like, man, get your bitch ass away from me. You like, hey, who the fuck do? That's why I say sometimes they have to even be careful with that because you talking to the wrong motherfucker. Motherfucker be like, hey, who dude talking to? No, dude just said something about Larry. Like, what do you mean? Like, when you heard Cameron in them conversations, they finna whoop his ass. And there's some guys who does a remake of that video. I'm gonna try to find it. But let's get through it.
I didn't call him Larry. I ain't gonna lie. That makes sense to me. No, my name's Lawrence.
But he can explain that on the moment instead of going off on
Yeah, he just said that in the moment. I'm like, I don't know you. I ain't never met you in my life,
So
dog. I'm just a fan.
Cam said that story on this show, and we need to co-sign that story. Cam Lawrence. Lawrence on there. I'm scared to death. Nigga, I'm confused when I see it. I'm like, Lawrence or Larry? Just think of Morpheus. You had beef with Jay-Z too.
Yeah, not beef. Nah, cause I work with Jay. I work with Jay Lennar. Dude, do you know how many celebrities diss me, dog? It's like,
Wait, what?
I've been dissed by a lot of celebrities, dog. Jay dissed me.
And so that's another thing. He is conversationally funny in my opinion because he gives a deep dive in a moment that he's experienced. Inside that deep dive, he breaks down his emotional connection. That's the funny part. Like when he starts saying, okay. Like I said, that's his response to the disrespect. A lot of people might be like, what the fuck this nigga say? Hey, my boy's outside. Send a girl in there and look at that nigga. He getting ready to go. All right, when he come outside, I'm on his ass. I mean, I grew up in a real tough neighborhood in Chicago, so I remember the guys. It was like a bar or a lounge in front of, not on the front of our house, but around the corner from my house, on the end, on the corner. As we were young, and I remember my homies and shit who was young like me, they was drug dealing and shit. We all kicking. It could be like 16, 17 or some shit like that, 18. And an older guy out there, it with regular shoes on, like you going to church. You didn't have gym shoes on. And he out there smoking a cigarette. He just got through drinking. So I guess he's stepping out to get some air or some shit like that. But my homies, they all outside hustling, selling crack. We outside just standing around. And the guy was just standing there, man, his business. Fucking not saying a word to nobody. He older. So he probably was like, let's say 39, 43 or some shit. We young teenagers. So my homie, they had devised the plan. They got behind him because he wasn't standing with his back to the wall. He was just standing on the sidewalk. They got behind him with snow outside, ice and all that shit. But he got behind him, and my boy ran up and hit him with the elbow like this, like boom from the back. And the guy didn't see it. This nigga went flying, sliding all over the ice, fell on the ground. I'm like, damn, what the fuck they do that to that old man for? He looking up like, what the fuck happened? Like, what? And he was dying laughing like, man, we fucked him up. Did you see that shit? That old nigga hit the ground. Oh my God. It was just so funny to them. And I'm sitting back like, these niggas crazy as hell. I mean, because the guy didn't do shit. He just was in a bar or the lounge, stepped outside to get a drink or a smoke. And they did that to him. And it was just like, God damn. So you really don't be knowing about how motherfuckers' mindsets be when you out and about. So you gotta be careful within that. Let me watch this other segment because we can go into the Jay-Z segment of it. Let's go to the Jay-Z segment. I'll play the other part next.
I was at a Def Jam party in the hills. This was like California in the 90s. Yeah, California hills, right? And we outside, me and my boy Reggie, we outside. And the party jumping, right? All Def Jam artists in here, right? All of a sudden, 6 SUVs pull up. Jay get out, and I'm looking like, yo, there go Jay and shit, right? He walked right up to me and my boy, and it's like this. Yo, what the party looking like? And we was like, man, that motherfucker jumping. He was like, what y'all doing out here? We was like, shit, just drinking, trying to cool off. He was like, oh, cool, that's what's up. He was like, shit, well, I see y'all up in there. We was like, all right. He walked away. We was like, we just kicked it with Jay.
That's what I was saying. He conversationally funny because he hitting on a point that will make a nigga laugh or make a nigga actually say these words at that moment. Let's go.
So we was like, let's get up in here and kick it with Jay and shit, right? So Jay go up in there. We walk up in there, and this girl I know, she was there. And I said, yo, we just hung out with Jay and shit. We was kicking it with Jay, right? She was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, look, take this camera. I had one in them yellow, them zit.
Little bitch ass camera.
When we get over there, I'm gonna just be like, man, let me get a picture, snap the picture, and then we can leave, all right? She's like, all right, cool. We dancing shit. We get over there, dog. We right there, Jay, right here, right? So I'm dancing in front of Jay. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you ready? He's like, yeah. And I stopped and I was like, hey, Jay, can I get a picture? He was like, yo, son, the fuck you want to take a picture with me for and all these bitches in a party? He was like, dog, you want to take a picture with the nigga? He was like, yo, you wild. I was like, I look at the chick I'm with, this bitch dancing and crying. I was moving away my camera. I was like, hi. I just walked away, dog, and the whole party heard it, dog. The whole party heard that shit, dog. I was like, I was just sitting on the side, like, when nobody talked to me, it's everybody in there, red and meth, everybody. When nobody say, everybody was just like, dog, it was crazy. I left the party. I had to leave. I didn't have a good time.
That just show you that these niggas that has the conversationally funny bone is crazy with the jokes and the comedy, and it's like really good. I like this guy Deon Cole. He a Chicago guy like me, and it's so funny because what he describing, he actually did to me. Like when I was, I'm not a celebrity like him, so I could understand him not knowing me. But I used to sell my own films, independent films, at the Swap-A-Rama. He walked in with his whole family, kids, girl, wife, everybody. So he stopped at my booth and he bought my film. I was like, damn, oh my God, Deon Cole bought my shit. So later, maybe about 4 or 5 years later, I'm downtown hustling my same units. I got different products, but it's the same CD, DVDs. And I see him, and I say, Deon. Nigga kept going on mine. I said, damn, I guess we ain't friends and shit. He just kept walking. I said, he can't hear me calling his name. I said, well, maybe he's a celebrity. Maybe he don't want to talk to my ass. He had on leather pants and shit. I was like, okay. He don't fuck with me. I said, I actually got mad. I said, man, fuck that nigga, man. He a bitch. He ain't even speak to me. But then, like, maybe about a year ago from now, I saw him. I was downtown Chicago. I'm hustling again. And I saw him. He walked straight up to me. And I said, no, you ain't got no baddies. You already bought my products before. He's like, oh, okay, I'll come and support you. I said, damn, this nigga 100% like a motherfucker. He just walked over to me like, what you got? I was like, oh, shit, this nigga finna buy him twice. Even though it's been years. I was like, no, you already supported me, man. You bought all my shit. He's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So it was just funny, but that was, I didn't even say, man, I talked to you, goddammit. You ain't remember me because I ain't no celebrity. So he would have not remember me unless I'm on TV and all that shit. All right, let's get back 3 it.
I ain't never seen that girl. I don't know what the fuck she did. She just took the camera and took the camera and went away. She should have just stole your camera. Yeah, dog. I'm telling you, ain't no celebrity in this mother ever not been dissed by another celebrity, dog. It's like all the time.
All right, but when you said
who dissed you? Somebody dissed you.
All right, let's go to this next segment. We're gonna watch this other segment of Jay-Z and him. Oh well, Lawrence Fishburne, but we're not gonna listen to Cameron's explanation. We're gonna let this reenactment play of what happened. You'll still hear camera voice though. Let's go.
Alright, so this is a dope story.
Because this is the comedy station, and this is funny as a motherfucker. All right. Oh, can I get to it here? Okay, I gotta put it in my other video area. So let's copy this and let's paste it to the other video area because I want to see this. It's funny. When I saw this, I said, "God damn, them niggas funny as a bitch." So let's watch this shit. Thank y'all for coming to the channel too. Rocking with your home slice. All right, let's go.
Alright, so this is a dope story, right? We in the airport. It's me and a couple of my niggas, and Lawrence Fishburne walked past. Just randomly, like, we like, oh shit. Lawrence Fishburne. We don't have no album, so we like bugging to see Lawrence Fishburne. Jim is sitting there. Jim is like, yo, I was in Toys R Us. And if you call him Larry, he loses his mind. He don't like to be called Larry. So my man is an asshole. He died. My man Fat Sean, God bless his day. He like, yo, Larry. He looked. He looked. He's like, yo, I said, what's up, Larry? Shit. So Lawrence Fishburne stops and walks over and says, what you just call me? I said, what's up, Larry? And he like, yo, we fans, this, that, and the third. He tuning this out. He like, yo, why you calling me Larry?
Hey,
my name is Lawrence.
Hey, this Mr. Commodore, the guy named Mr. Commodore Harry Osterhard Jr. The shit is so funny. He's a very great comedian. The boy, Mr. Commodore. He always on TikTok, Instagram. He don't look like he in this video. Oh yeah, he is. He the one with the other pink jacket on. He playing camera. So let's get back to it. But that's the guy who made this. Mr. Commodore is fucking funny as a bitch. Let's go.
This story's so wild to do research on it. His name was Larry when he was young, but then after higher learning, he changed it to Lawrence. I guess Larry is wild and niggery, and then he did higher learning, and he wanted to be like proper black, the Matrix and all this shit. So he like, man, he told my man that. We like, yo, don't listen to him, man. You know, Jim had just did a scene on New York Undercover as an extra. Yeah. So he walks off. He like, yo, why you do that, Sean? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, man, that. Nigga name is Larry. So Sean, like 10 minutes later, this nigga come back and sit next to us. Be like, yo, man, don't worry about him. He over here, my man Sean over there. Be like, yo, man, you can help us out with the little acting shit, you know, give me a little gig and all that shit. He like, I'm not helping y'all. Be like, what's wrong, man? He like, you with somebody who keep calling me Larry.
This shit is so goddamn funny to me, man. The reenactment is so fucking funny.
Man leaned over and said, your name is Larry, don't ask me again. Lawrence Fishburne get out, take his wallet out, put it in my man's face. What does that say? My man is like, I don't care what it says. Your name's Larry. So we like, yo, him, man. I'm about to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? My man's acting, this, that, and the third. Yo, so the Lawrence Fishburne rounds out, he says, yo, stop asking me for help, man. I'm like, hey, yo, man. Get the out of here, yo. Nigga ain't kissing your ass. Man, matter of fact, I'm about to swing on you. So Larry Fishburne, like, he backed up. This nigga pulled some gloves out of his pocket and put on his gloves. So I'm like, I looked at my man T. I'm like, we about to jump this nigga. So he just looked and walked off. Like a movie. Like just walked off into the shit. I'm like, my man Sean, like, you an asshole. I said, I got tired of kissing his ass. He was like, nah, he was on the verge of snuffing me, man. I was gonna fall out, get on my fucking everything, bro.
Alright, y'all. We saw that one. That's the other side of the game. I like that video. I like the comedy in that shit. It was fucking hilarious, man. Thank y'all for watching the show today. We'll be back with some more Conversation Funny. And I'm actually going to do another one on this whole thing with him being drink champs and shit, because I like that whole little scenario that he described. And you saw the other part. That's Mr. Commodore comedy version of Cam actually describing what happened that day. So it's hilarious, y'all. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the videos after this, because it'll be something that you can click and watch more of the videos, y'all. Peace.